Barcelona pulled a disaster class against Benfica, and somehow we pulled together a remontada, beating them 5-4, ensuring our ascension to the round of 16 in the Champions League. Bro, this game was so messy, I don't even know how to describe it to you. So Flick puts in our regular starting, well, for now, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Lamine, Gavi's our 10, Pedri, Casado's our double pivot, Balde, Cubarsí, Araujo, Koundé, and Chesney in goal. So we start off, Lamine gets the ball, we see a shot out of box for him, which is completely different against Getafe because he was like showboating there. We were just like, oh my gosh, Lamine, like stop it, because he was getting like a little bit scared against Getafe because they were being very physical and very intense. And initially we're just like, okay, this is a different tone, different game. Yeah, no, it's not. So Benfica catches Barca off guard, and what do? They just play it fast. All of first half, not even all of first half, it's just like the entire game, Benfica was just switching. That's all they could do, switch the flanks. So they scored their first goal like that. Koundé drops back as he should. Araujo too. Cubarsí, I feel like he didn't track back as efficiently as he could have, and that's what really led to that first goal. But when they scored the first goal, I was just like, that's crazy, that's really early, like, I don't know, but I wasn't like mad about it. I wasn't pressed. And then we go 1-1, right? I forgot which defender it was for Benfica, but they foul Lamine in the box. We get a penalty. We tie 1-1. Lewandowski scores it. Pretty well taken from him, you know. Lewandowski does his little stutter run, and he's like staring at Truman, and he waits for Truman to like, you know, shift his weight a little bit, and Truman like shifts to his right foot. That's when Lewandowski shoots it down to the bottom left. Great penalty from him. Moving forward, bro. Before we equalize, Barca's not even playing that good. But after we equalize, we're playing too much down the right side of the field, okay? And that's nothing new. Barca usually plays down the right side because Lamine Yamal is there. He offers a lot of dynamicism, a lot of movement, a lot of energy, a lot of goal-scoring opportunities. His 1-2s between Pedri, Gavi, Olmo, Koundé, doesn't matter who it is. Lamine usually offers something. But today, he was playing around too much. It wasn't like Getafe levels, but it was just immaturity. Like, today you saw his age. Bro. They put Carreras on him, strapped him, silenced him. Lamine was beyond frustrated. He had personal beef with Schuldrop. Bro, I have to give it to Benfica. First of all, Benfica's back line played their shit. Benfica as a whole, they played well today. But Schuldrop, for me, was so stand out. Probably man of the match would have been Baldes. I don't know if I pronounced that right. But Schuldrop, Baldes, Otamendi were on their fucking shit. And Carreras, bro. Because they put Carreras on Lamine, silenced him, neutralized him. Then out on top, Schuldrop, Lamine was frustrated. He was grabbing on Schuldrop's fucking jersey, bro. And then Otamendi did not have any sympathy for Lamine's age. And like that showed. Otamendi was such a beast. Okay, but moving on, we go down 2-1 against Benfica. Benfica sends it over top. Bale is tracking back as he should. He's the defender. He gets first dibs. He's just like, I got it. I don't know. It's just like Chesney. I mean, obviously Chesney doesn't know how to play with the players, as proved by today's match. But he doesn't like communicate. Like, I don't know what it is, because especially if a keeper's gonna come out of the box, you communicate to your players like, I don't know what's up. And clearly Balde was getting the ball. Chesney comes out, and Balde's playing an excellent game thus far, in my opinion. And then he guts him in the fucking gut, bro. Knees him in the gut. So both of them are down. The box is just wide open. Balde scores his second goal there because it's a wide open fucking net. Like, I don't know. But yeah, after that is arbitrary. That is an elementary school mistake. I genuinely thought Flick was gonna be like on it, like, yeah, take him out, like take him out in the first half. But he didn't. I was just like, bro, what is happening? I don't know. I think Chesney should have come out after that. Then Barca goes down 3-1, and guess whose fault it is? Guess. Chesney again, bro. Okay, truthfully, when I saw it, I was just like, he didn't make contact with him. When I saw like the one replay that Paramount Plus put on, no contact again. But I would not put it past Chesney, because that red card against Madrid and El Clásico, and now whatever the fuck he did to Balde, like, I was just like, girl, like, he probably caused that penalty. And then obviously Benfica score, we're down 3-1. Coming into second half, Barca is pragmatic. We're going through the motions. Like, we don't know how to play against a low block. We're doing like whatever, like anti-low block. We're not doing anything. So Flick makes substitutions. He takes out Gavi and Casado, and he puts in Frenkie de Jong and Fermin. And they were so instrumental in us making this remontada and comeback, because even though they came in and they didn't make like an instant impact, it was like progressively. It was like you saw it. There was a shift, okay? Because something about Fermin, he's not as technical as like Pedri or Gavi or Olmo, whatever you want to call it. But Fermin, he's like a bullet bill on Mario, bro. Like, he's choppy, but he's gonna go for it. Like, he's gonna give you like, you know, like an emphasis. He's literally an exclamation mark. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. In this case, it worked. And then Frenkie de Jong, he helped a lot in the progressive distribution of balls. He helped Pedri a lot in that aspect. Because Casado, I don't think that he was bad in the first half. I don't think he was amazing, but he's just a smaller body. He was getting bullied out there. It was quite physical and intense for him. He was sliding. Something about Casado is he's really good at intercepting. Okay, he's a destroyer. And it's not, we know Casado can string together passes. We know he has vision, but it just didn't come across in the first half. He was getting drowned out. Similar with Gavi. Gavi was getting bullied out there, especially in the second half. So it was better to take the both of them out. Regardless, they come in, they make a change. After these subs, Truman is like trying to ping the ball out in a goal kick and it accidentally hits Rafinha's head. Like, I don't even think Rafinha knew that he scored, but he did. So that puts Barca up 3-2. But seamlessly, right after that, Benfica does the counter and they do that same thing, like just switching the flanks, crossing it over, and they center it in. And it's the same issue with Chesney. It's like he clearly doesn't know how to play with these players, but he doesn't communicate because Araujo was going for the ball. Araujo slid. Araujo was going to take it out, but Chesney interferes, and then Araujo scores an own goal. Clearly, Araujo is distrusting of Chesney. Girl, if I was on the same pitch as him this entire match, I would be too. I don't even blame Araujo for that. But it was an own goal. It is what it is. We're moving in stride, right? Then Benfica makes subs. I mean, Benfica already made subs. Coming into second half, I think by this point, they've already made like 2 or 3 subs. But Di Maria comes in, and girl, when I tell you, I was low-key shaking in my boots. I was like, is Di Maria about to cook us right now? He didn't. Di Maria literally had a one-on-one with Chesney later in the second half, and he just sold. He sold for Benfica, bro. But later, after Di Maria comes in, we take out Kunde and Balda, which that was ballsy. But that's what I like to see, bro. He puts in Eric Garcia and Ferran. And those are probably 2 of the most inconsistent motherfuckers that you could, like, sub in, bro. But it worked. Oh my gosh. Never. I'm gonna save this, like, cheery jumpiness for later. But moving on, Lamin gets fouled in the box by Carreras, who I know Lamin was feeling good about that because Carreras got booked for that. He got a yellow card. But yeah, so Lewandowski gets another penalty. This one, he doesn't take like the first one. He's not like staring at Truman. He just like has this idea, like he knows where he's gonna shoot it. And then he, hits it very hard into the right. It's a goal. Now we're 4-3. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what formation Barca was playing. It was such a mess out there. It was like Cubarse and Araujo just in the back, and then it was just like only Cubarse because Araujo would be like very up top, or only Araujo, or at one point it was Lamine and Frankie in the back. Like, girl, I don't know what it was. It was just like ultra attacking mode. Again, I respect Flick for it. But we get a corner. Fermin takes a short, gives it to Pedri. And bro, this is why Pedri is so magnificent. This is why he's world class. That's why he's the best midfielder to me. He switches. He looks for the angle. He looks for the vision, okay? And what does he do? He floats the ball in the center. I don't know why everyone shoots like fucking rockets at centers, bro. Because how do you expect someone, like, obviously, yes, you are trained. Like, this is your job. You're a professional. You should be able to make contact with whatever ball you get sent in. But you float it so then they can add, like, colocación, right? So they can, like, they can add, like, either way, Pedri, he shifts it. He sees that little space with Eric Garcia, and really good on Eric Garcia too, because he moves in between 2 defenders of Benfica, and he jumps high. Girl, I didn't know Eric Garcia could jump that high, but he jumps high, heads it in. Crazy. The way I was yelling, never in my life would I have been like, oh my God, Eric Garcia, but I was. Moving forward into the second half, Benfica has like a corner or something. Girl, honestly, I can't remember, but Barca had it in the box. We were hustling, and there was like that maybe potentially foul for Benfica within the box that could have been a penalty. But we move in stride. Ferran gets the ball. He like takes it a few touches, boots it up, and I don't know if he saw Rafinha out there, but Rafinha was the only person we had up. But Rafinha gets the ball, which it was literally cinematic. It was cinematic how it happened because it's straight to his foot. Controls it, takes it. It's like 2 Benfica defenders or maybe just 1. This honestly very bad on Truben because the way that the ball was booted, he could have come out. Like, he really could have come out. By that point, like, it was so late in the game, just take your chances. Because if you're staying on your line like that, you're a sitting duck. And that's what he ended up doing. I'm not complaining though, because I wanted Barca to win. I wanted Rafinha to score. But Rafinha, right, he cuts in, he takes it into the box, he shoots it, and he scores. And the way that I yelled, we did that shit, bro. We actually came back. I didn't think we were going to come back. And then after the match, Cubarsi did say in a post-match interview, he was just like, I didn't think we were going to come back. Because literally, in the 6th minute of extra time, Rafinha scores and puts Barca 5-4. I was about to say 6-4. 5-4. Another thing I forgot to mention, Flick did sub out Lamine Yamal for Gerard Martin, which was very smart and calculated because you didn't want to seem like Ancelotti when he took out Vinicius. Because Lamine Yamal, in any part of the game, he is one of your biggest goal scorers. If you take him out, this kid could have been the one to change a match for you. So you want to keep him in there in case you equalize. But by the point we equalized, he was just like, yeah, twin, you're not playing that good. Taking you out, we're going to play more defensive, trying to park the bus. So we put in Gerard Martin. Was it the best option? No, because he almost directly created a goal scoring, not even almost directly, he did create a goal scoring opportunity for Benfica, bro, with some lazy, wonky ass pass that he gave to Chesney. And it left me wondering, yeah, that Gerard Martin we saw last time that had like a decent performance, he came in today, he was like, don't forget guys, I am Gerard Martin. I'm sorry, I had to do the W, Ryan. Now for player ratings, let's start with Wojciech Chesney, which easily 1.5 out of 10, 2 out of 10, I don't even know. Because he did have 2 very important saves in the later part of the second half that would have been like goals for Benfica. But he also directly contributed, like he was at fault for like 2 or 3 goals for Barca. So just not a good game for Chesney whatsoever. I was very surprised that Flick didn't sub him out for Peña because this would have been a completely different game if Peña was in. Completely different from start to finish. Now for Alejandro Balde, I think he was a 7 out of 10. I don't think he was as exceptional as last match, but I genuinely believe that in the first half, he was good. Like, he was good defensively, he was good in the attack. It was just like circumstantial that like everyone else was playing dog shit. Next, Kubarsi, I am like on the seesaw of whether or not he was at fault for like not efficiently tracking back and like really covering Balvadis in that first goal. But I think in general, Kubarsi was solid. I don't think it was like anything like insane for him. I think I'd put him at like a 6.5 out of 10. Now for Ronald Araujo, I think I'm gonna have to put him at a 7.5 out of 10 because I genuinely believe he had a good display today, aside from that own goal, which like kind of makes me like seesaw on like what his rating really should be. But I blame that own goal more on Chesney than on him because like I can't get over how bad Chesney was, like how uncommunicative. Guys, don't be like that. Communicate. But either way, Araujo, early on when Benfica, because Benfica figured this out, okay, they were playing us inside out, and Araujo, like after that first goal, he started strapping them. He understood. He was marking well. He was adapting well. He was using that IQ that we were also worrisome about. Now for Koundé, I think I'm gonna have to put him at like a 6.5 out of 10 or maybe a 7. I don't know, because he came in with hunger, right? He wanted to score. You could see that. He was making really good movements in the attack, but Lamine was just so poor in that first half that it reflected poorly on Koundé as well. Like he couldn't link up. There wasn't like, you know, like chispas ni nada así. There wasn't that telepathic bond. So I don't know, but I think he was like all right defensively and attacking. Moving up, Pedri, bro. I'm gonna have to give Pedri a 8 out of 10. It was, once again, Pedri from the first half, like when we were in shambles, he was trying to set a tempo. He was trying to set a pace. Anytime he got the ball, I'm not gonna say like he had a perfect game because there were passes that were just like completely off target, that were wonky, were not completed, or runs that got like intercepted from him. But once more, he keeps a collected head. He has the composure. And people tend to forget that composure isn't just like when you're there and you got like 3 guys on you. Composure is also just like when your entire team is panicking and they're being like pessimistic, pragmatic, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like you are within the you're in the mindset of just like, hey, this is our game. Like just play our game. Okay? Like you know what I'm trying to say? He directly contributed to our remontada with that assist to Eric Garcia, which just it just made us optimistic. It rejuvenated us. Switching to Casado, I'm gonna put him at a 5 out of 10 because again, I think he was good at intercepting. He intercepted quite a bit of balls. I think his side tackles were on point in that first half, but he was drowning out. He couldn't keep up like pace wise. The intensity was a lot. Physically small guy, like nothing new to be said. So yeah, 5 out of 10. For his sub, Frankie, I'm gonna have to put Frankie at a 7 out of 10 because again, even though he was like silently contributing, he was contributing nonetheless. Like there was a change in the atmosphere, and that role that he was playing deeper in, it was him. Like he had like an aura about him. I'm not saying like, you know, he was crazy or anything, but he definitely contributed to like changing the mood of the team. Switching to Gavi, I think Gavi was like a 6 out of 10 because I do think that he was pressing well in the first half. He was recuperating balls. He was giving some like good passes. But the similar thing to Koundé, in general, our attacking 3 were atrocious. They were a dumpster fire. They were not good. Okay? But Gavi was still trying to play with them, which again reflected poorly on him. Again, I don't think Gavi was perfect. I don't think he had an excellent game by any means. But I think in the first half, he really had the right intentions. Was slightly getting bullied. But then in the second half, he really was getting bullied and drowned out. And then obviously that's why Flick took him out. Lamine Yamal, I genuinely don't think he had a good game. A 4.5 out of 10 today for me. Like, I can't bring myself to rate him higher because he lost so much possession and he was just frustrated. He wasn't trying to change his game. He wasn't trying to adapt to Benfica and what they were doing to us. Like, he just got lost in it all. I can't blame him. It's frustrating. He's young. You learn with time. I'm not trying to dog on Lamine. I think Lamine is an excellent player. He's going to win many future Ballon d'Ors. But today was not his game, for real. Lewandowski... Oh, Lewandowski, play it simple. That's something else about Lamine, bro. He keeps showboating and playing around. You need to play it simple. And I don't know why. Robert Lewandowski, bro. He was trying to play like Hugh Flicks. He's trying to play fancy. We were not in the mentality to be playing fancy. You're not communicating, play fancy. Like, I don't know what these fancy flicks were all about, bro. But like, cool it. Stop it. We don't need that. We don't. Be humilde. Be modest. Be demure. It's like, but... yeah, Robert also scored 2 goals. So it leaves you at an awkward place on how to rate him. I guess I have to put him at a 6 out of 10. Like, I can't put him anything lower than that because if it wasn't for him, we would have lost. Like, we needed his goals to win. So 6 out of 10, maybe a 6.5 because, again, those 2 goals were very important to the game. Now for Rafinha, girl, I don't know how to describe Rafinha's game today. He doesn't... you know, he's not like, I don't know. But in the second half, he was showing up a bit more. But once more, that desperation was really coming through. But once he scored that like accidental goal, there was like a shift about him. I saw him being like more involucrado and like what was happening on the field and everything, en las jugadas. And then obviously he scored that final goal, which just like encapsulated who Rafinha is, because at the end of the day, he's going to give you passion, he's going to give you work, he's going to give you drive. Like, he is all in it. Doesn't matter for how long. Now to rate our subs, or the rest of the subs, starting with Ferran Torres, assisted. I don't know whether or not it was intentional with the way that the camera panned, but regardless, impacting sub, 7 out of 10. Fermin, he was a bit muted, but like his energy really contributed to like rejuvenating the team, to giving us hope again, to giving us drive again. So, and also he like helped create the play, right? He gave the short pass to Pedri, who then assisted Eric Garcia. So I think for Fermin, I'd also have to give him a 7 out of 10 or like a 6.8, something around there. Frankie de Jong, he was very important in supporting Pedri because Pedri would have been on his last legs potentially. I mean, I don't doubt like his fitness, but what I'm trying to say is like he really supported him when he needed it most, when the team needed it most. So for that, I'm gonna give Frankie a 7 out of 10. Switching over to Gerard Martin, we put you in to defend, to park the bus, to protect our equalizing score, and you directly, like you're literally telling the opponent like, here you go, do you want an opportunity to score? So because of that, I'm going to give Gerard Martin a 4 out of 10 because I don't know what that was. Switching over to another defender, Eric Garcia, who we all know scored that equalizing goal with the header. That was excellent from him. Literally instant impact sub. I can't put him anything below a 7.5 out of 10. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think Flick should have made other subs? Do you think that he should have subbed out Chesney in the first half or at any point and make a statement, put Peña in? What are you looking forward to in seeing this weekend in La Liga? What do you think about the Copa del Rey draw? I don't know. Let me know any of your thoughts. You know me, I try to answer as many comments as I can. Just thank you for all the support, right? Like, comment, subscribe, whatever YouTubers usually say. And I'll see you guys on the next one.